Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and one of the Managing Directors for BNI Arizona. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education unit for watching. So please make sure to go into your BNI Connect app and log this CEU. So thank you guys so much for joining me. In today's edition, I've got some pretty new updates to let you guys know of because I'm going to be sending an email right after this video and I'm going to explain everything about it. So please tune in. So I'm going to touch on one of the upcoming events. So if you guys didn't hear about it, we do have our end of the year celebration coming up on Saturday, October 22nd. It's from 4 to 6 p.m. and it's going to be hosted at Lights Camera Discover out in Ahwatukee. Kima is one of our members of the BNI Sharks chapter, so we're helping support one of our amazing members, and it can fit 200 people, guys. We already have over 100 members registered for the event and we are still over a month away, so make sure to get your ticket before they sell out. This will be only open to BNI members only because we only have a limited number of tickets for this event. It is going to be so much fun. We're going to have appetizers, we're going to have a bar, we're going to have a DJ, and Kima's got an amazing photo booth in her facility, so make sure to save the date, guys. October 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. Now, a couple reminders. So, as you may have heard from previous Wisdom Wednesdays, our awards this year for our chapters look a lot different than in the years in the past. So, our chapter awards are going to be based on 3 items this year. 1 is net new members. 2 is number of visitors, and 3 is thank you for closed business. So please make sure, now that the end of the year is coming, guys, literally we are 2 weeks away from the end of the BNI year. So this month marks the end of the BNI year. Now remember, guys, your chapter's Palms report for the month is based off of when your chapter's last meeting of the month is. So don't wait until the 30th to enter in all your information because then it's going to be too late. So if you meet on a Tuesday, you need to enter in all your information before your meeting ends on September 27th. So Tuesday, September 27th, whenever your meeting ends, you need to make sure that everything is submitted before that time. So if you meet on a Tuesday, and your meeting is from 9 to 10:30, Tuesday the 27th, you have to make sure everything is submitted by 10:30 on Tuesday the 27th. So in your chapters, you may even want to allot a minute to hashtag log it, so that way you can log all the information before the end of the month, guys. So remember, Tuesday meetings, September 27th is your deadline, guys. Whatever time your meeting ends, that's the automatic cutoff in BNI Connect. If you meet on a Wednesday, Wednesday the 28th is your last opportunity to submit any last numbers into the BNI Connect system. That once that time rolls around, that your meeting ends, it's done. If you submit it after your meeting, it's going to count towards the next BNI year. And you guys, with the award for thank you for closed business for these different chapters, you want to make sure to get everything in. So if you meet on a Thursday, you need to have all your information in by the end of your meeting on Thursday the 29th. And then for our One Friday chapter, you guys need to submit your information before your meeting ends on the 30th. So it's all based on when your specific chapter day and time is during the week. So please don't wait until the 30th for all of you to submit your information for the end of the year numbers. We are this close, guys, for BNI Arizona, the first time ever to surpass $100 million. I haven't even checked it this week, but a couple weeks ago, we were super, super close, and I don't even want to look at it until we get closer. It's that close. So make sure to submit all your information, whether it's thank you for closed business that you received from current members, or thank you for closed business you received from past BNI members, or thank you for closed business that you received from a visitor that attended your chapter. So passing referrals to visitors don't count in BNI Connect. However, if they pass business to you, log that thank you for closed business. At the end of the member drop-down menu, there's an option, one, to select BNI as an option. So that would be definitely if you have closed business from a past BNI member and they're no longer in the system. Or there is a visitor option at the end of the member drop-down. So if a visitor passes you business, let's log it, guys. Let's make sure that we collect all of that information. And then for BNI members, if you have referrals that you receive from cross-chapter members, make sure that you are logging that thank you for closed business for the members in the other chapter. So when you're going into that thank you for closed business slip, there's going to be a little magnifying glass that you can do a cross-chapter search. Now that can be for a cross-chapter member here in Arizona or another state or even another country. So make sure to log that business and thank those amazing members that passed you business all over Arizona and all over the world. Because I know that I've heard a lot of amazing success stories of members receiving business outside of their chapter. So make sure to use that cross-chapter thank you for closed business option to submit all of that information. So it's the end of the month, guys. We only have 2 weeks left. So make sure to get all of your end of the year numbers in. Like, these thank you for closed business totals are just mind-boggling. They are so amazing. So let's make sure we get everything in. We have so many amazing new members that are in the brink of joining our chapters. So that's going to contribute to these net new members for our chapters. Like, there's so many chapters that are so close to each other. We don't even know who's going to win these awards until the end of September, but we got to get everything in before September 30th, so that way it counts for this calendar year. So your current leadership team, we want to showcase you guys, so we want to make sure we get all of that information in by the end of September. So the next item, guys, is the Member of the Year Award. So every chapter around the Valley gets to pick a Member of the Year, and this is done by voting. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending a link for all of you to vote for your own chapter's Member of the Year. So we have 82 chapters around the Valley. We are going to have 82 Member of the Years, and we're going to base those decisions off of the votes that come in from your chapter. So it's going to be important that you make sure to submit your vote as soon as possible. We're going to be cutting off the votes next Friday, September 23rd. So I'm going to send out the link today, but start to think of some key things of people who have just gone above and beyond in your chapter to either help the member or help different ways in your chapter. Live by that giver's gain philosophy and always have a positive attitude no matter what. Let's make sure that we are really digging deep and thinking who that person is that just stands out. When you think Member of the Year, who do you envision for your chapter? So it won't be voting for members in other chapters, just in your chapter. So on the little form that I'm going to send out to you, you're going to put your name, you're going to choose your chapter. Now make sure to look in the drop down, guys, because we do have chapters that have similar names but that are different. So we, like for example, we have Good Legacy and we have Goodyear Legacy. So it can be a little confusing, so make sure to know exactly what your chapter name is. Now if, for example, if you accidentally choose the wrong chapter name, since we have your name on there, I'll make sure to move your vote around so that way it connects with your own chapter. But please make sure to submit your votes for Member of the Year as soon as possible. So as soon as I end this video, you're going to get the email saying, hey, here's the link to submit your vote. So the more votes, the better, because that's who's going to determine your chapter's Member of the Year. And we're going to announce all of the results for the Members of the Year for every chapter at the end of the year celebration. So the suspense is gonna be there. So we need all of the votes in by the 23rd of this month, and we're going to announce it at next month's event. It's right around the corner. So if you want to join us for the end of the year celebration, it's not too late. We still have, I would say, maybe 90 tickets left. So if you go to bniarizona.com, click on that calendar link, find October 22nd, and click register. So that way you can join us in the end of the year fun. If you have any questions about any of this information, guys, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. One of the other things that we'll also be covering at the end of the year celebration is Gold Club members. And you might be saying, what's a Gold Club member? So Gold Club members are members that have sponsored 6 or more new members in their lifetime of BNI. And to find out who is under your name as far as being sponsored, you can go into chapter report. So there is a report for every single chapter. It'll tell you exactly who has you listed as their sponsor. So when you go to chapter reports, there is a sponsor report. When you click on sponsor report, you can pick really any date range, and it'll pull up all of the members in the chapter that have sponsored, and it'll have the members' names listed under your name that had you listed as their sponsor. So make sure to check it out. If there's any discrepancies or maybe there's someone missing from your list, make sure to reach out to me and I'd be happy to help. Thank you guys so much for attending this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. And remember to record 1 chapter education unit for watching. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.